Hey there, this is Chad from Zombie Fight Shark. Welcome to episode 23 of our Thor Polysonic Synthesizer walkthrough. We've gone through everything on the front, and now we're on the back side of Thor. And last episode we covered the sequencer control. This one we're going to cover modulation input and what you can actually do with it. And you'll notice I have a matrix here. I'm using it to control these knobs here that are on the back. So without further ado, curve is going to curve is going to rotary 1. And rotary 1, I have it mapped to the shaper drive here. So, so when I turn it up, it's boosting the shaper. All right. So now let's see what happens. So if you can't tell what's going on is when it's hitting these peaks, then it's like it's spiking this back and forth. You can't see it moving, but that's what it's doing. It's tracking this knob. And actually, you can make it do this if you put it in a combinator and route it correctly. Hang on, I'll see if I can do that real quick. So here I've actually put all these in a combinator. And then I rerouted the CV. Instead of going into this rotary knob, I've routed it into the combinator itself, so you could actually see the knob move, which is one of my favorite little kind of hidden Easter eggs that you can make happen if you're playing with the right things. So now you can not only hear it, but you can also see. So hopefully that illustration helps you understand it a little bit more. So same thing is going on here with the gate. So I'm gonna move this back to here. We're gonna turn that off, and then let's see, we can turn that routing off. And then we're gonna turn this rotary up, which I'm actually using the gate to control this part. So right now, nothing doing really. So this bottom part this is the gate. So let's turn that up. And you can see I've got it routed to the FM. And it's like, that's a really extreme example. FM, you can only do so much. It's really overpowering, or in my opinion it is anyway. So I always do it in moderation whenever I'm using anything that plays with FM, but at least for this example I want it to be very clear and obvious what it's doing. So that's those two. Then you've got amp level, and then you've got filter frequency here. So So I've got the gate running to the amp level. So you can see it's popping it around. Then the filter frequency, I got the curve running to the filter frequency. We'll turn the amp off here so you can maybe hear it better. So it's not as dramatic as, say, your low pass ladder. can kind of hear it jumping around. So that's, you know, that's that. Then the real beauty here, your CV inputs. So CV's control voltage. I did a whole series on control voltage a while back, and when you start using that, this is where you can route it to everything. So CV input 1, CV input 2, and then, you know, route it wherever you want, you know, whatever destination you can think of. So, and then, you know, do it twice if you're using this. So sure, let's do a comb, and then we can also do oscillator to pitch, just make it subtle-ish. So yeah. So hopefully this helps to illustrate kind of what I've been saying all along. It's like unlocking the power of Thor, because part one of that is this modulation matrix. Part two of that is using this on the back here, and they have you know, they got these routing examples here for you. So, you know, I encourage you to use those routing examples, and it'll help you kind of understand how stuff works if you're not following along with me while I'm doing this other stuff. In the next episode, we're going to talk about this modulation output and what you can do with it. And we're on our way. We're getting there. So thanks for watching. Appreciate your eyeballs on this. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe. You know how that stuff goes. All right, see you next time. Cheers.